Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Fun with Dumb. I know we've taken kind of a 2-week hiatus. I was busy traveling, but we're back, and we're back to our regular programming every Wednesday here. And before we get started, I want to ask you guys a question. If you found $100 on the street, would you pick it up or keep walking? Of course, you take the money, you dumbass. So why do you keep picking winners and not betting on them? That's why I go to MyBookie. It's fast, it's easy, and they pay when you win. Let's face it. When you're betting is just as important as who you're betting on. I wouldn't be telling you guys to bet with them if they weren't the best. Do the smart thing. If you're going to bet this football season, bet with MyBookie. Did you know you could bet on games after kickoff? If by the second half it looks like your bet is going to lose, you can always just take their side. And right now, I'm going to give you guys a special promo code to use. Join now and MyBookie will double your first deposit if you use promo code DUMB, D-U-M-B, to activate the offer. That's the promo code DUMB, D-U-M-B. Visit mybookie.ag today. You play, you win, you get played. And use my promo code DUMB, D-U-M-B, and don't be dumb. That's DUMB, D-U-M-B. MyBookie.
I might actually do that.
Yeah. Are you really? Don't front. All right.
No, man. I love NFL.
Okay, cool. Also,
I love NFL.
I love the games.
Yo, shout out also to BetterHelp. Is there something that interferes with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals? There's plenty of things for me. BetterHelp online counseling is there for you. I know specifically for the Asian American community or the Asian community, therapy is a little taboo. Yeah. You know, you talk to something about your parents, they're like, get over it. That's therapy. Yeah. But over here with BetterHelp, you connect with your professional counselor in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient. Get help on your own time and at your own pace. This is like really fusing in therapy and the current technology because you can go on in multiple platforms through text, chat, photo, and video. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. And licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma. This is like breaking down Rick's life right here. Anything you share is confidential, and I got a special deal for all of y'all. It's a truly affordable option. And the Fun with Dumb listeners right now will get 10% off your first month with discount code FUNWITHDUMB, no spaces. That's FUNWITHDUMB. So why not get started today? Go to betterhelp.com/funwithdumb. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help them assess. God damn, do they got a fucking vocabulary section I can get some better help with? Yeah, my bad. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help them assess your needs and get matched with a counselor you'll love. That's betterhelp.com/funwithdumb. That's betterhelp.com/funwithdumb. Use my discount code FUNWITHDUMB to get 10% off your first month.
Wow,
that was a mouthful.
That was good.
Now we're here with two very special guests. My usual co-host, once in a while, a regular to Fun with Dumb, Rick Lee, aka Lyricks.
I am here once again. I'm very excited. Thank you, Dumb, for having me.
You're one of my favorite co-hosts, man, because you're very insightful. And another guest we have here is a good friend of both of ours. Mm-hmm. Actually, he has stated in the past that you, Rick, is one of his mentors.
Let's get into it.
Or heroes.
Whoa, okay. It's a little far-fetched.
That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? I want to hear it.
He is a Korean American rapper who is in Korea now, but he is originally from Dallas.
Yep.
Dallas, Texas. What's Texas. A fun fact about Dallas, actually?
Oh, fun fact. Whoa.
Just something about
totally
Dallas.
Caught me off guard.
Yeah, because a lot of people, what is Dallas known for? Besides the Cowboys, America's football team, right? Oh, no, that's Patriots. Never mind.
Oh.
No, I mean,
then
right?
What do you know about football?
I know MyBookie. Make sure you check
the code dumb.
Yeah, I like the NFL.
Fun fact about Dallas. I don't know. I don't really know much about Dallas. Post Malone's from Dallas.
Damn.
Okay.
That's a fun fact.
I don't think we said his name though. Welcome, G2.
Oh yeah,
to the Fun with Dumb podcast.
G2. Thank you for having me.
G2 is a rapper from Dallas that moved to Korea to pursue his rap career because you rap in Korean.
Yeah, I grew up in Dallas. I wasn't that good in Korean, but I when I first started listening to rap music, it was mostly Korean music, and that's how I started. And
What was your first Korean rap song that you heard?
Tasha's Memories.
Ooh.
That was one of the first songs I ever heard.
That's a great starting point.
Yeah,
I haven't.
and,
I don't recall that. What's that song about?
Isn't that the one about?
It goes like, if I fall 2 times, I come back on my
right.
third.
Okay,
Yeah,
I have
come
heard that
on.
song. Okay.
Shout out,
Sorry, Tasha. Sorry, Tasha. I wasn't pretending to be cool.
And like the other American songs I would listen to, one of the first songs was like Chingy, Holiday Inn and stuff.
Damn.
And I was like 5th grade at the time, so it wasn't really easy enough for me to like relate to
Right.
those songs.
So-
So it was easy. It was easier for me to like start writing in Korean, I guess, just as practice.
So
and
if you
stuff.
can define you two as an artist, it is Chingy and Tasha.
Yeah, that's weird, huh?
What?
Yeah.
So was Chingy from Texas? No,
Nah, he's from St. Louis.
Yeah. Okay. So that was your first. I think I heard about you first time when actually Rick got booked in Dallas back in the day.
Yeah.
This was like 10 plus years ago, right?
Yeah,
This
so
was a while ago.
back in Dallas, there wasn't too many Asian Americans doing music, or maybe I was too young to like expand myself out there.
Yeah.
But it was definitely me and this producer UGP that I grew up with,
Shout out.
and yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay. So we wanted to make like a hip hop movement. Like at the time, like Rick, he was very popular on YouTube, and
Yeah.
you were obviously popular back then too. I said too. All right. So yeah, we wanted to expand like the Korean hip hop or the Asian American hip hop movement also in Dallas, and he booked Rick, and
Well, you were like, you were active about trying to bring some cool shit into your city.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how I met Rick. And I mean, I knew him from the YouTube videos and stuff too, so I was a little starstruck back then.
I think I remember like Rick going to visit Dallas and him like reporting back like, "Yo, there's this dude who looks like you" or something. Like,
Yeah.
The story is I lost my wallet. Do you remember? I lost my passport, my wallet.
Yeah,
my
you were in
phone.
Houston back then.
The trifecta. Yeah, I
Yeah.
lost it. So I ended up in Dallas, and I was there for a few days. And you and I don't remember if you remember, but we made an EP together with UGP.
Oh yeah.
One
Yeah,
night, you remember that? It's like 3 songs.
with Miji.
is there a lot of Koreans out in Dallas
Well,
or Asian people?
I left Dallas around 2012, 2013-ish, and so I've been away for like 7-8 years. And during that time, I feel like it definitely grown. But back when I was in Dallas, there wasn't too much the Korean community like that compared to LA and stuff.
So when you moved 7 years ago to Korea,
Yeah,
and this was
It's already
like
been 7 years.
I know, man. Time flies.
like there's so
It's
many
crazy.
people who just be moving out there, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I mean, is it specifically because you were like, okay, what the fuck am I gonna do with rapping in Korean in the States? Like, I got to go out there.
Yeah, definitely. And I was trying to pursue art, and it didn't work out. Like
Like, what do you
it's
mean, like painting?
Have you
Well,
seen
yeah. I
this
mean,
painting?
No, you
so
know what?
I
I don't
wasn't-
know about your.
I was trying to be an art major.
Maybe
and-
we'll put one of his paintings up on this.
Yeah, no, it's
chill,
fire.
bro.
It's fire.
Not why?
That's
Is it's
expensive.
tight or what?
It's very good.
It's expensive.
Nah, but yeah.
What kind of style of painting did you do?
Well, I did I did a lot of oil painting for like portfolios and a lot of new drawings on newsprints. But I finished up the portfolio, and I was waiting to hear back on the scholarship deals, and it wasn't as much as I thought it was, and it's super expensive. So I was kind of like, damn, I don't know what I should do, and I just felt like anywhere but Dallas or Korea seems super far fetched for me to just like go out there and just move to like LA or New York. It just
Right.
seemed unrealistic, and I felt like Korea was more realistic since my mom was there,
right.
and I just wanted to like change my environment just completely and just kind of made the move.
Yeah, and you
without
like-
any plans or anything.
And then you moved out there and you liked it or what?
Yeah, definitely. Like, when you first go to Korea, all you do is just drink and party and stuff. So I was just kind of in that limbo for about a year, just working at like
You still do that shit.
yeah, at the second limbo. But
Yeah, so you were doing that, you were partying and drinking and not like doing much music at
I
first.
mean, it was hard for me to like kind of put my foot in the door because I didn't really know anybody. So I was just out there, just hanging out and chilling, and just everything kind of happened organically. And just met some people and just kind of got into
Yeah.
music, with like Highlight and whatnot.
I feel like every time I have so many guests that come here, like who are Korean Americans that move out to Korea and like succeed, that the Korean tourism board like owes me money. Cause like
For real.
for everybody who's interested in going to Korea, they're like, oh damn, I'm gonna go there and get a deal. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, obviously it's not like that. But you did go out there and things did you did get lucky. You paid your dues and you met like a label out there that did take you in.
Yeah. I mean, everything just happened really, naturally. Like I'd be out. I'll be just meeting people and just get a job at the radio station, just meet people through there. And
Wait, you were on like...
I was on TBS like every Wednesday.
For those that don't know, TBS is kind of like a radio station that caters to English speakers out in Korea, right?
Yeah.
And what kind of show did you have?
It was just like me just introducing like hip hop songs, like segments each day. I would come up with like a subject.
And was this Korean hip hop songs or it could
No,
be
it could be anything. It was just my choice.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah.
They just gave you like a window of time and it was your show.
Yeah. It was just like 30 minutes. Just as a guest, I was just like me explaining about certain subjects I would bring to the table.
Yeah, that's funny. I had a few homies out there, Manifest and JL.
Yeah,
They were out in Korea.
yeah.
And they were teaching English on the radio station.
Oh,
Right?
word!
I mean, I don't know if they
doing
were
that.
teaching English, but they were doing similar things like that. Where they had
we
their
were
own-
on the same station.
Oh, that's TBS?
Yeah.
Did you know that one lady from Fairfax, Virginia? She like spoke perfect English. She was like the host of that.
I don't know. That was like before JL and Manifest was before I got
Gotcha.
there. So
Damn, I didn't know you worked at a radio station.
yeah, I mean that was like a part-time job, just like
Give
just
us a little
allowance money.
sample of what,
Exactly. Let me-
what your intro would sound like.
And now you were tuned in.
No, it was
to
actually
G2.
called Hip Hopping It with G2.
Oh.
Hip Hopping It?
Hip Hopping It with G2. It wasn't my idea, bro.
Oh my
but,
god!
yeah.
You gotta stand up to the producers at that point,
Nah,
bro.
bro.
Like, come
That's
on.
when that's when I
apostrophe
first
at
got
the-
to. That's when I first got to.
You're like
to
you're
Korea.
you're signing the checks, hip hopping it
Hip-hopping.
is.
It was only 30 minutes on Wednesday.
Right,
it wasn't
right.
a big deal.
Right. So okay, and then you eventually transition into like you're part of the scene now, and
Yeah.
you're the scene and the soul hip hop scene.
Yeah.
And you're meeting cats that are at the time it wasn't even as crazy as it is now because this is pre Show Me the Money, right?
Yeah. So I mentioned this in the interview before, but the way I got into the scene was so like I said, I didn't really know anybody in Korea, so I was just kind of lost, trying to get my foot in the door. And I remember a fan of ours, a mutual friend of ours on Facebook, she sent me a message and she said, I shared this video of you, this music video of yours, to one of my favorite rappers in Korea, and he said we really liked it. And I remember getting that message like months ago, and I remember that. And I went back to the message and I said, yo, who is the rapper you were talking about? And she said, it was Occasion.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, snap, that's dope. Like, can you link me up with him? And
Yeah.
she actually asked him for like a phone number, and he gave it to her, and she gave it to me.
And then you guys just
And
started
then we just
collaborating.
linked up, and then we started hanging out and stuff. And he invited me to the shows, and that's when I met like the cohort people back then.
Right,
and like the highlight people.
And then eventually it would just naturally happen
Yeah.
when you signed to the label.
Yeah, so I would just like roll with them, and then eventually I made the mixtape with Keith Ape,
Yeah.
and just went on like summer tours with Highlight. Just kind of, it just happened organically.
It's there's a lot of history with artists going out there, and at this point you guys have been there for a long time. But we just I did a podcast with the Issei guys.
Yeah.
Two brothers who started a streetwear brand down in Korea, and they've been there almost kind
Issei
of
boys.
yeah, and they've been there around the same time, a little bit
Yeah.
more, but they're kind of thinking about kind of transitioning back into the States.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've talked about this a little bit too,
Yeah.
because I don't want to just keep going into your rap career stuff, 'cause I feel like a lot of people know that, but
Right.
I also want to talk more about like what are your thoughts on, because you've talked to me about this. And why was that feeling like, is it because like you've done everything you can out there, or what's the...
I mean, like the first 4 years still seemed kind of fresh, just being in Korea. Everything just
Right.
kind of seemed new. And after a while, I just feel like it just, even, I feel like all artists, when you're in the same environment and you're just kind of like stuck in the same system,
Yeah.
you just kind of get burnt out.
Right,
And
right.
I mean, I feel like every Korean rappers or Korean American rappers out in Korea, in Seoul, like, in Korea, think it's one of like the final goals in life is, try to make it into the States too. I feel like, it's
Right.
it's always in the back of your head.
So is that something like you've thought about for a long time? Like I don't want to forget about the initial kind of dream and goal you've had
Yeah,
about
exactly.
breaking into the American music scene.
Yeah. And I mean, I've always had this thoughts like, I want to move. I mean, not just as a career, but I definitely want to, move eventually move to the States and live here. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to be in Korea like forever. Like I don't want that to, you know, be my life.
Right. I mean, me coming from, you know, I just made a transition from Virginia. It's not across the ocean or anything.
Yeah.
But I completely agree. Like, as an artist, sometimes you hit this plateau of inspiration, you know, just being there for years and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you feel like your final goal, your end game is hopefully making it in America.
Yeah. I mean, I never really thought about it in too much details, but like I said, like I feel like I'm at a point where I am kind of burnt out, but like I went through this thing like a second identity crisis where I'm just like,
bro, I heard.
Like, and
I think we all go. I mean, same with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people are, when they think about identity crisis, they think about this like a period in your life where you're like a teenager, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know who I am, and then finally we figured it out because we're like rappers, and our rap identity became that, right?
Right.
But like, what people don't realize is like you get that kind of next second wave of that
100%.
when you might hit your later 20s or early 30s or whatnot, you know. Because it's like now I'm in my 30s and I like you know, I walk around and I'm introducing myself as dumbfounded. A nickname I gave myself when I was 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh shit.
My name is Rick Lee, but if you put the Lee in front of the Rick, it's Lee.
I wasn't thinking like when I was 15,
Right.
like, oh yeah, like thinking ahead, like when I'm in my 30s, I'm gonna have these business cards printed with dumbfounded on it. I wasn't thinking
with a
that
microphone logo next to it. Exactly. I mean, there's a maturation that happens as an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And
then for me, like growing up in the States and then moving to Korea, and I feel like I'm accustomed to the Korean life. You know what I mean? And you know, especially at the age I am right now, because I spent most of my adulthood in Korea.
Right.
So, and I sometimes forget like where I really came from, and it just kind of, I feel like I'm shaping into this new person that I'm just kind of still unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, sometimes I forget that I'm from Dallas. You know what I mean? I'm so used to the Korean life now. I feel like I spent my whole life there.
Right.
And
right.
that's like, I'm like, damn, what am I doing?
Sometimes I forget you're from Texas. Sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
What's the thing that you miss the most when you're in Korea about America?
Man, just I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's just like I guess the synergy, like when you're in the studio. I feel like in Korea, when you're at the studio, it's just like you're there just to like work. But in America, I feel like we're all hanging out, and I feel like it's more like all the songs are like more naturally produced.
I see that this is good because I don't think I've had so many artists from Korea come on the show, but I don't think we've ever discussed the kind of vibes, the studio vibes, you know?
Yeah.
And we've talked about this. I felt the same way. When you're in the studio in Korea, the engineer's like, that was a great take, let's run it back.
Yeah.
Like that in Korean, though, you know?
Yeah.
And then over here,
It's super polite.
fools are dancing, smoking blunts, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's more opinions in the studio here. Like everybody's like, you know, more critical, so you know.
Yeah.
But they, you know, they tell you that to get better. You know,
True.
There's more ideas bouncing around, and I don't know. It just I feel like I feel more better energy and synergy when I work here.
Right.
In the States.
Right. It feels more like assignment based sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
In the studio.
Yeah.
Right.
I see. I think it's also like a cultural thing too. If
Yeah.
you think about it, you know what I mean. Just kind of like this very. I also see like the Korean hip hop scene kind of changing with that too, though, right? I mean, I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, definitely. I feel like everything's more global now.
Yeah.
And you know, in Korea, like they know like what's hip now. You know, we're not late.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So are you specifically kind of focused on reaching out globally more than like making it an American scene? Because earlier we talked about making it in America, but that doesn't really make any sense because things are just global now.
Yeah. True.
You know,
True.
so it's like when you're over here, it's not like you need to necessarily stop rapping in Korean because there's a global
True.
audience. Like there's Jay right now in Yugoslavia with his shirt off right now. You know what I mean? And there's 2,000 Yugoslavian people.
Yo, it's funny because that's probably true.
Oh no, it is definitely true. He's definitely top.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
Right now.
I mean, he's like, you know, he's in Japan.
Yeah.
He's in, you know, where non-Korean speaking countries.
Yeah, but that's Jay though.
Yeah. I mean, six pack is a universal language. So.
Damn. Which none of us have right now.
Yeah.
Far from
I am
it.
not fluent. Gonna say. But yeah, so your plans are to keep it still bilingual.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to force, you know, anything. right now.
Right.
Yeah, but right now I'm just I'm just chilling, just having fun with the music right now. I don't have any like exact details on like future plans and
Right.
but
Right now, you're actually visiting the States because you're working on a project, right? I mean, can you talk a little bit about the project?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm here for a wedding, a friend of mine. So
Okay,
I came here and Juno told me, like, Juno's a really close friend of mine in
Juno
Korea.
Flo?
Juno Flo, yeah.
Okay.
And we were talking. I was like, hey, I'm going to be in LA while I'm there for the wedding. And he said, oh, I'm going to be in LA too. I was like, oh, cool. Like, let's be in the studio together. Let's try to make something happen. We don't have any exact details right now, but we're just, sharing each other's energy, just like, being in the studio, just having fun with it.
Working on a lot of songs
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
Which
And
could potentially be a project.
yeah,
right?
I mean, so we were talking like if it happens, it happens. But
Is Juno somebody that you became pretty good friends with out there because you guys are obviously kyopos or like
definitely
Korean American guys who kind of took the same route going out there, joined a label, went through the show me the money cycle.
True.
Definitely. And it was hard to find a friend to talk about just in all different sides.
Yeah.
Like as a Korean American living in Korea, So yeah, me and Juno, like we talk about a lot of stuff, that goes behind the scenes and stuff,
Do you guys?
help each other
I
out.
always wonder when you guys are out there. Obviously, you keep up with like the music and the pop culture element, but do you guys keep up with like the news? And does it feel different as far as the perspective of
News,
like
as in like American news?
Yeah, politics or whatnot, like a CNN. You know,
I
what I mean,
mean,
does it feel
shoot.
not really? Because obviously, a lot of the news on the television there is like it's in Korean, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. This is gonna sound immature, but I don't really watch the news because it kind of bums me out.
There's so much shit going on in Korea. That, like,
there's a lot of shit going on right now everywhere.
I always wonder because when I walk around Seoul and there's certain sections, there's always protests going on.
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, what is this about? Because you see the signs,
yeah.
and you can't really tell it what it is about. You know
Nah,
what
but
I mean?
there's definitely like some like demos that goes around, like protests that goes around. That's definitely positive. But there's a lot that's very negative influence.
A positive protest.
Yeah, I mean, it's
for a good cause.
for a good cause.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
right.
So it's more of a celebration. It's not a protest.
Well,
it's a peaceful
I guess,
protest.
yeah.
Like I see what you mean, like a positive approach.
yeah, it's not.
It's like
but
we did good. We did good.
Well, I'm talking about there are some protests that's like very like cult based.
Nah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So
I mean,
Some
yo,
weird
Korea's
causes.
protest game is pretty up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they want to assembly, they'll assembly the fuck out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had a protest strong enough to get the president out of her seat.
Yeah. Which
That's
is
crazy.
bat nuts crazy. Like
Because you have obviously a huge percentage of this country. I mean, this country, you have pro-Trump and people against Trump, but nothing has been able to nudge him really.
Right. It was still kind of like this right now.
that was a very crazy event in Korean history.
I mean, I was,
and that's rare too for Korea.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like that happens all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was like I think it was one of the first. It is the first
impeachment.
Ever. Yeah.
I don't know. I
I don't.
know
Yeah.
Korean
That's why I
history.
try to stay quiet about it because I don't know
About
shit.
it.
Yeah.
I was at a weird window of time when I was in Korea because I was at the time when it was Hillary and Trump, and the Korean president was going through that thing.
Yeah.
So I was
okay.
just like, yo, both sides of like both countries is just like in shambles right now.
It's tough because people, I mean, me too. I'm not super well educated on that, and I'd like to be more, but people have offered like, if you could get Andrew Yang on your show, would you? I'm like, I'm good. It's not like, I don't know. I don't know everything about it. I'm still learning about everything. And obviously I could probably interview him and learn more about that. But I'm like, I feel like I get the gist.
You're probably not gonna learn anything from me, to be honest. I get all my news from Instagram, so
I just feel like I like to focus, like narrow in on individuals than like massive policies on how things, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you could learn a lot directly from a person and how they are, because they reflect a lot of people's frustrations in general.
definitely.
Yeah, but I feel like with the climate of the world right now, especially with politics, it's just ignorance was bliss, but I feel like we need to, kind of get knowledgeable a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Just because
America especially.
Yeah, even if we zoom into just the relational and just like personal situations, we still need some context to talk in a broader sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because things need to change, and I feel like me too. I wasn't really passionate about it. I was always taught just like, yo, no matter what I do, I'm not gonna really make a change or anything like that, you know. But now at this time, it's like everyone needs to just kind of step it up a little.
Wait, hold on. Do you guys vote?
Yeah, I have voted.
I have voted.
I would say I didn't vote all the time.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends if I drank the night before or not. No. I'm kidding. Like, was I hungover or not? No.
Like, do I really want to wake up for this?
Nah. It's of course, and I think especially this upcoming election is like pretty important.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it just makes it so difficult because there's so many candidates. You know, I mean, there's more candidates than the Wu-Tang Clan right now.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
give him
crazy.
2 minutes
in the Democratic Party, like,
and they give him 2 minutes to explain.
yeah, and it's hard. You know, it's hard to see who's the RZA.
Yo.
You know, it's like who's
the
who's Method Man? Yeah,
the elections are more and more becoming like American Idol shows, man. It's like the show me the money for like presidential. It's nuts.
That's crazy. I think that's true because everything is televised through your phone.
Yeah.
So I totally get that.
I mean, it's like popularity contest.
Yeah,
too,
exactly,
obviously,
yeah.
And just like who has the best rebuttals. You
And
know?
there's a lot of politicians now that's trying to relate to like the teens and
For
the
sure.
young adults.
Me personally, like, I'm not selling anybody just because like Andrew Yang is Asian. Like, I'm not Yang Gang or anything yet.
Yeah.
Like, he does some sus shit too. You know, like, I'm here with my rose. Like, which one should I? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
100%.
holding on tight, and the rose has thorns, and my hands are bleeding right now. You know what I mean?
Poetic as shit. That was a great little metaphor.
I really, I mean, it's tough because the further I dig into people, there's flaws and strengths, and that makes it difficult. And it's easy. I will say I'm bullshit too. It's easy for me to just be like, fuck this guy, or this guy's cool, whatever.
Right.
You know, but I gotta look deeper in it.
We do.
I'm gonna be like a last minute type of dude. You know,
Yeah.
I need the footnotes, bro.
It's the Cliff Note version of all them for sure.
Isn't that fucked up that I need the Cliff Notes to vote on who the next leader?
Yeah, true.
Just give me the recap version.
Yeah.
For sure.
The highlight.
Yo, hold that thought 1 second. I just got to shout out Skillshare. Fun with Dumb is brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of amazing classes covering dozens of creative and entrepreneurial skills. I know you guys can learn a couple things as well, right, G2?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Signing up now.
Yeah, you can take classes in everything from photography and creative writing to design, productivity, and more. One thing I actually used for this is like learning my iPad.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I
word?
didn't know about, I take like little drawing classes for my iPad because I'm trying to like sketch more and stuff.
Dope.
And on here, you can just type it in on the search and find that. My experience with Skillshare has been great. And, lifelong learning is very important to me.
100%.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like you go through the schooling system and it's up to you after that to keep that thirst for knowledge. And this is a great site because there's every little thing. You can do lanyards or, whatever.
Ooh, lanyard sounds interesting.
I don't know why.
It's like a Google for skills. That's great.
Yeah. Skillshare.com. There's classes, and you'll recognize some people teaching these classes too.
Oh, wow.
Like people who are like
Dope.
experts in their field. Join the millions of students already learning on Skillshare today with a special offer just for my listeners. You get 2 months of Skillshare for free.
What?
That's right. Skillshare is offering Fun with Dumb listeners 2 months of unlimited access to thousands of classes for free. To sign up, go to Skillshare.com/dumb, D-U-M-B, and don't be dumb. Go there right now. Again, go to Skillshare.com/dumb to start your 2 months for free now.
That's actually pretty dope.
That's a good,
Yeah, 2 months free.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
awesome,
I know
yeah.
you've been in Korea for a minute, so just, if you want to brush up on your English, that's Skillshare. That's Skillshare.com/dumb.
Oh man.
Also, Fun with Dumb is brought to you by Blue Chew.
Ooh.
Y'all like sex?
Sounds
Y'all like
sexy.
sex?
Yeah.
Then you'll love BlueChew.com, y'all. Blue Chew offers men a performance enhancement for the bedroom. Wouldn't you like to last longer and go extra rounds? I mean, shit.
You make it sound like battle rapper.
Chewables can work faster than pills, up to twice as fast.
Oh,
actually.
chewable.
What are you looking at?
I'm just saying,
Hey.
Blue Chew gives you confidence in bed every time. You and your partner will love it. You and your partner chew it and do
You are
it.
getting older. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, I know I could use it. Here's a great deal for you guys. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order for free.
Wait.
And this is confidential too, by the way. Here's a great deal. Go get your first order for free when you use promo code DUMB, D-U-M-B. Just pay $5 shipping. BLUE Chew.com. promo code DUMB, D-U-M-B. That's BlueChew.com, and use my promo code DUMB, D-U-M-B. Take them notes right now. BlueChew.com.
Blue Chew.
Now back to your regular programming.
How you enjoying your stay in LA so far?
Oh man, it's only like I think it's my 4th day today.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Trump is in town, actually.
Is
He's
he?
fucking up the traffic. Yeah.
LA.
He's in LA, yeah.
He's right there.
Oh
That's
shit.
One thing about G2, just getting back to the whole like coming to the different states, I mean different countries and all that. One thing I knew about you ever since we were rapping long time ago, when you don't feel inspired or you need a change of scenery, you're known to kind of make trips like that. Do you remember when you just?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You just came to New York with no like itinerary. You're just like, you call me out the blue and you're like, Hyung, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to hit the studio and just kind of like just vibe out, you know. And
all the albums that I did. Well, I only had 2, but the 2 albums that I made was all in LA and part of it in New York. And,
and you like to switch up the vibes, right?
Yeah. And I usually I don't work as hard in Korea. I'm not afraid to admit that. Because
is it just in general? You think the environment there, or is it just you?
I think it's just me and the environment. I guess because it just I don't know. I guess it's just it could just sound like an excuse, but I feel like in Korea it's way harder to just like meet up for like casual lunch. You know what I mean? Like you gotta put everything in like the calendars.
There's a lot of side dishes.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot of side dishes.
like, yo, all I do is casual lunches in Korea.
I mean, that's different because you don't live there.
Yeah,
but
every lunch in Korea is a feast. It's not a lunch. It's a feast.
For sure.
Think about a Korean breakfast, bro.
Oh my, what's a Korean breakfast?
There's 5 dishes: a fish thing,
a
soup, a rice.
Right. 4 kimchis.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on.
Y'all been eating good, huh?
Yeah, we've been.
But you mean just to like get there and meet somebody?
Yeah. So there's like nothing. So everything is just like very work based, and nothing's really casual. And I don't know. I guess it's just me, but I just love coming here. I just like love the environment. Just like I said, I love the synergy over here way better. And it was like a big motivation for me because to see other people work hard as me and stuff too. Right. I mean, not that Korea don't.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like in Korea everybody works very independently. Like it's very individual. They work individually. And
I read this. I watched this Lauryn Hill interview a while ago, and this was when Lauryn wasn't making any music. She took this hiatus, and the interviewer's like, "Lauryn, where's the music?" Right? And her answer was like, "I've been living life. I've been like storing up ammunition." And one thing that I know about you is like, you could do the turn up, the like not introspective stuff. That's easy for you, but I think your strongest work comes from like the remnants of like your experience in life. I
remember you telling me that quote, which was it was very inspiring because I remember I told him, I was like, yo, I don't got nothing to talk about. Like I don't know what to say in raps anymore. Like I don't want to flex. Like I don't want to do all this and all that. And he told me this quote. I was like, damn, you're right. Yeah. So I just kind of went with it, and it turns out I do have shit to talk about.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to talk less about my life and flex a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, I don't want you to think that you're burnt out or say something like that. I heard your recent stuff, man.
Even though you look like a burnout, but you're good.
Look who's talking, bro.
I know. Well, actually, this is one thing I got to clear up is that for a long time we created a fake rumor that we were cousins.
Yeah. And I still have people come up to me in the street be like, yo, you're Dumb's cousin, right? And I'm like,
we started this like rumor, and like now for a while people would ask, and I'd be like, yeah, we are, just for the fuck of it. But we're definitely not cousins at all.
Wow. It's weird because I always have this weird pause when they ask me. They're like, are y'all cousins? I'm like,
it was some shit we started because somebody mentioned that we look alike. We have like round faces and shit, and then we just
it was you.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think so. It was in the comments or something. You said something like, shit. I remember you said something like Dumb's lost cousin, and people.
And I'm over here asking how it started. It was me. Oh, shit.
And we ran with it,
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, until we started getting embarrassed of each other. We were like, okay, let's end the rumor.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not my blood.
Are you doing more English rap shit now? Is that what's going on?
Well, I mean, no. Like like I said, I just kind of go with the flow and stuff. I don't really plan anything too much. And,
Right.
Yeah, because I'm an overthinker. You know what I mean? So
Are you an
thinking less-
overthinker?
yeah.
Are you fast in the studio or a little slower or what?
What it depends. Like, I have my days. I mean, you've been in the studio
Yeah,
with me,
yeah, yeah.
and like,
I mean, I think that's all of us. We're not all.
yeah. There are days like where where I would finish first, and like and it would
Right.
be
There's some
perfect.
days I don't even finish.
Yeah, exactly. There'd be days like that. Even yesterday at the studio, like it was like 3, 4 in the morning. I was like, yo, like, I don't think I could write. Like
Yeah.
I gotta get back on this. Yeah, but yeah, it's different. But on the last album that I did in LA at Banana Studio, it's just like I've never written like a full verse in English, and I did
Wait,
that.
never?
Never.
Really?
Well, not before the the album.
Throwing up
yeah,
breath.
yeah.
Fire, by the way, bro.
Thank you. And yeah, and then I just started writing in English, and it just kind of happened. It just came to me, and I was like, yo, this is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm not one of those. I'm not like how I feel like all rappers have this thing where we gotta say like, oh yeah, I've been hustling, like I've been working hard, I've been working on this album, like I've been busy and whatnot. Yeah. Like I'm not afraid to like admit like if I'm lazy, What I mean?
Yeah. No, I always,
like what you been doing? I'm like, I've been lazy as fuck, bro. I haven't been doing shit.
I tell motherfuckers that it's not laziness too. It's just soaking in life to bring to the studio.
Yeah, definitely.
But you better be kind of like doing other shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be soaking in nothing.
Well, I mean, I still have this high standard of like what working hard is, so I am kind of harsh on myself sometimes.
Does that come from Korean work ethic, like Korea work ethic, not Korean?
Nah, I mean, I think that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm like very critical. I'm very critical of other people. So I'm obviously critical about myself.
That there are a lot of lazy people in Asia as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Don't think people think that
right here, bro.
I mean, I think because obviously there's been speeches and stuff, TED Talks from like Malcolm Gladwell breaking down like why Asian kids are smarter and all this stuff. But I've been out there. There's some lazy motherfuckers out there too.
There's pockets of lazy motherfuckers.
Oh
everywhere.
hell yeah!
There's a lot of stupid Asian people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stupid people. Period.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a very. I mean, it's especially well. There's definitely a lot of lazy Korean American motherfuckers that get sent out to Korea and are lazy too.
Yeah.
There's also ones that are grinding and shifting culture.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's why I fuck with y'all, because y'all are like Korean American kids that went out there and kind of made the most of it too.
Yeah.
Do you feel like for you and Juno, because I was thinking about a lot of this, because I've known about Juno out here for a long time. And, there were Korean kids doing their thing out here, but they were struggling. And do you think he needed that kind of, what do you think that Korea kind of brought to him, that kind of, or even for you, like kind of boosted that a little bit?
Yeah, I just felt like when for me, when I moved to Korea, I gave myself like a time limit. Like I need to move fast and within this time period.
So you had more of a sense of urgency when you moved out.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Yeah, that's the word I was trying to look for.
But why?
I felt like all Korean Americans, or most Korean Americans, like even like Lois, Juno, me, like when we went, I felt like we had this sense of urgency to like make it happen as soon as possible, because we kind of gave up a lot of shit in America.
Was it because it's discouraging though, or what? Like,
discouraging in what way?
Like over here, because you saw that it, like your numbers and stuff wasn't moving exponentially.
Well, I mean, yeah, for me, like I wasn't really thinking about numbers. Like I said, I felt like Korea was way more closer to me than LA was or New York was. I felt like it was a better transition for
Dallas.
me. Yeah, from Dallas to Korea, I thought that was a better transition,
especially as a Korean rapping.
Yeah, and
that's true.
I really thought, and I still do, and I think it's it's a shortcut, because it's a very saturated, very packed market. It's a smaller market, so it's easier to get a head start when you're over there.
Well, I think here's the thing. I wouldn't discredit you guys, what you guys do, but I will say when you guys go over there, you are bringing a flavor
100%.
that not a lot of people might have over there. So don't discredit yourselves and it's a shortcut or whatnot. I do think you guys are bringing something that's special.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like if you come to LA or New York, I don't know how it's be a little bit tougher, because these are cities that people from Dallas come to too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a funnel spot.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, me coming from Dallas and Virginia, one thing I think we have in common is like, we came from a place that really didn't have a scene. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because we didn't have a scene, we had this feeling of like, yo, we're special. Like, we're really good. Like, we might be the best. I had this naiveness, and I needed that coming from Virginia, because you know, when I moved to New York, I had this moment of like anonymity, like, oh my gosh, I ain't shit. You know, like in the middle of Times Square, I'm just like, oh, same thing. If you're in the middle of Seoul and you were born in Seoul, I don't think we would have had that mentality of like, yo, I think we're the best, you know?
Yeah.
But coming from like the shigol, coming from like the more, you know, suburban area, we trained ourselves to think like we trained with heavy weights on our ankle, you know? So when you went there, I remember before you went to Korea, I always tell you this, so I know you remember, but I was drinking with you and you were like, Hyung, like this shit's gonna be easy. Watch me. Like you like watch me.
Oh, you said that about when you go to Korea?
Right before I went to Korea.
Right before he went, he's like, Hyung, like it's like I don't know why people trip so much about this entertainment shit. Like I know exactly what I gotta do and I'm gonna kill it. And I was like, yeah, sure, buddy. I was like, yeah.
I don't know what happened to that kid.
No, and then the next time I met him was in New York when with the highlight guys. I was like, damn, this guy actually walked it out. That shit was
I
amazing.
mean, you gotta understand. It's not a short period of time. It's
No,
a long,
no,
it's a long
for
period
sure.
of time.
It was just that conviction that he spoke with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say for any time, man. You know, not to be harsh on anybody. Of course, it takes a long time to succeed.
Yeah.
But you better see some growth.
100%.
Yeah.
Like 5 years past, you can't just be like, people fucking pop off in 10 years from now, whatever. No, like you better see some fucking growth,
100%.
dude.
100%.
5 years is a fucking long time, bro.
It is a long time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got to make some shit happen.
It's not an overnight growth spurt, you
It's
know?
not,
It's
it's
centimeter
not.
growth. This is straight up.
It's
Like
not, but you gotta know at least that 5 year mark.
Right.
I remember when I first met like one of my first mentors. The first thing he made me do was like, yo, write out your 1 year goals and then write out your 5 year goals.
Yeah.
He's like, let's
Short term, long term.
Yeah, and he kept me on this thing and it kept visualizing. So I'm looking at this paper.
Yeah.
Do you still do that?
No, I need to re-up like my
let's
list.
do that after this podcast.
But
you know,
I
whiteboards-
achieved my 5 year goals.
Yeah.
In 2 years.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
But then I had lower expectations during that time. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was like, yeah. Like my 5 year goals was. He looked at him. He was like, "You sure? You ain't got anything else?
5 years, bro?
Yeah. Like, you got."
You're like, I want to grow out a mustache.
He's like, "This is you want Honda Civic? Like, you sure, fam? Like
Honda Civic.
Yeah, but I mean, but it was dope also to kind of write out the 5 year goals because I also realized like that's kind of jokey, but it's real because I didn't have these high expectations for myself. Like that was a lot of shit to me.
Right.
That was like I couldn't even figure out what I can do in 5 years, right? So to me, it was this like bullshit kind of list.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's important that you make the list realistic, you know, as well, because, you know, you don't want to aim too high and then get disappointed.
No, but he did tell me, like, you know, in the 5 years, like,
Even if you don't make it.
No, I think you should kind of aim high, man. I think you should. Anything is possible. You gotta. But we don't know that. A lot of kids don't know that.
No,
you know,
for sure.
when you're broke, I've been there. You know, 99-cent chicken sandwiches from Carl's Jr.
Hot
every
and ready
single
$5
day,
pizza.
every single day.
Damn.
Like these are like the struggle rapper
I remember.
necessities.
Yeah, we were
you
for
dating
sure.
a girl because you
Taking
have a couch.
care of you. Yeah, for sure.
She lets you use the car. You know, every struggle rapper had that one girl
that you
like,
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that you like wish you could talk to her now and be like, yeah, I told you. But
yeah, I mean,
fuck.
and I don't know why these girls aren't in these rappers' speeches. Like, they
For
should be
sure.
right in the speeches.
Right after God. You know, right after
Yo, like,
I like to thank God.
Yeah. Jennifer, right after God, I got to say, Jennifer, if you didn't let me borrow your whip, like, I would not be here.
She answered my prayers.
Yo,
I know, real talk. But, yeah, so I'm just saying, aim high. You know what I'm saying? Aim real high. It could get really depressed. But you're supposed to. This is what this journey is depressing.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Yeah.
It's depressing.
It's not all about, you know, Instagram stories and
right.
shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, you think about that sometimes, like, 'cause as entertainers, like, you know, we have those friends that are in corporate world, you know, and just having like financial security.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have these moments, you know, the grass is green on the other side.
Yeah.
They see our Instagram, they're like, damn, you're all over the
that's
place.
a
Blah,
life,
blah, blah,
bro.
blah.
Yeah, you made it, bro.
And we see them like, like buying their kids like toys and stuff. We're like, damn.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, I feel like even you and even I do, we have this little like anxiety where we want to like maintain and have like a stable life
For sure.
Right.
but definitely in this path that we chose is definitely shaky.
And I think this is where that identity crisis comes in, the second wind.
Yeah.
The first time we chose to be an artist, it was making a name for ourselves and kind of like gaining that notoriety.
Yeah.
And then once we feel like we achieved that first checkpoint, the next one is like, okay, well, reality is we got bills and we got all these things.
I always say that
Definitely.
it's like we have big dreams, but as you're really in this lifestyle and you get older, you realize you settle for the low budget version of your dreams.
Wow.
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
You're like,
That's what it is.
okay,
Yo, that's real.
This is more of an indie film now. This is,
Blair Witch Project.
I wanted Jurassic Park, but now we
Skip the gimbal.
no CGI in this film.
For sure.
And I, and this is one thing. Let me tell you one thing you got to stop doing. Fans got to stop doing, or people who fuck with you, but they don't realize they're being offensive too. This has happened to me. That's what I'm saying, and I hate it. And they come up.
Energy switched.
Then this only happened to me like a couple months ago.
Right.
They came up to me and was like, "Damn, dumb, I've been fucking with you for years. You could be so much bigger."
Oh shit.
Okay, like, first of all, that's offensive as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 33. I don't want to know about my potential. You know what I'm saying? I heard that in my fucking 7th grade teacher. You got so much potential.
You got so much potential.
When you were 13, it's cool.
Well, here's the thing. It's because that also tells me like you don't know what I'm doing in my life and the things it takes.
100%.
I think. First of all, they don't know what I'm doing, but also they kind of don't know what it takes really of like or what this industry is like.
Yeah.
And maybe also that's not what I want. You know what I'm saying?
for
That's
sure.
not what the artist wants.
Yeah.
There's different ways people live their life and how they conduct their business and how they create. You can't expect all creators to live by this chart that you think is levels of success.
100%.
Yeah. I had a fan come up to me and be like, "Yo," I'm your biggest fan. Yo, when's your next album dropping? Like, I've been waiting. I'm like, bro, it dropped like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. I know. They're like, yo,
what?
name a song. They're like, The Gift. I'm like, damn, yo. I did a lot of songs after that, you know what I mean?
We got to stop this thing where every fan and every person like thinking about artists or walking up to an artist like you're an A&R or you're an expert about this. We really got to stop this thing, dude. I hate this.
They're still gonna do it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of pointing it out so some of y'all stop doing it.
For sure.
But I still do kind of appreciate it time to time. You know what I mean?
I hear you. And to echo that, one thing furthermore is like, yo, you could have been doing so much more, or that, like, damn, like I like this version of you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know that one Jay-Z line? It's like, buy my old album. It's like, if you like that shit. It's
true.
like, sometimes even with me, like, I was preaching one way. I was preaching one way, I was very adamant to this one route. And as you get older and you realize, wow, I want to grow out from not just being an MC and a rapper, but really, really expand my artistry, And sometimes when you do that, you're going to make risks. You're going to take risks. You're going to go out of your comfort zone. And, the fans are always going to respond to what you do, but let's not hesitate on like trying to switch up or trying to expand because we're worried about what motherfuckers are going to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this, like, like maybe for you, because this is something you've wanted to do since you were young. Like a lot of us, we wanted to rap, we wanted to make a living off of this, and you did, and you're doing it. Is there stuff at this point in your life you're like, I also want to do other shit?
Well,
Do
yeah.
you think about that, or are you solely a rapper?
I've been thinking about this for years. Like, I've been wanting to act, actually.
You want to act?
Yeah, but it's more of like a curious thing. It's
If
not,
I see you in an audition room, I'm gonna be
like,
fucking
we're in the
hot.
same room. Like, God damn it.
Oh, the cousins are here. Oh man,
I'm gonna be so
Yeah,
pissed.
but it's not really like a objective thing, but I just it's been like I've been just curious. I just want to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
But that's just it. I don't really have like a passion for it. I've just been like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I wonder if I could do it.
You're. I mean,
I love movies and shit.
But you want to try different things out.
Yeah.
I think that's important. Like a curiosity, I always tell every artist you gotta have.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
That's the one thing you gotta remain having to stay relevant, know about new art coming out, and it helping you evolve. The curiosity. You got to stay curious.
That's the first thing you said to me when I came to Cali. I was like, yo, give me some advice. You know, I don't want to, I'm in LA, I don't want to waste time. You're like, Rick, you got to get passionate by getting cultured. You know what I mean? Just figuring out the relevance and just being around, because, you know, then you're going to run out of things to talk about. You know what I mean?
Bro,
true.
I'm not even a sneakerhead, and I look up new sneakers.
Right.
I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, what is this? Like, am I planning to work at a Foot Locker or something? Like, I got to do my research. Like, what the fuck? Like, but I do. Like, I like it. I like looking at things. I like, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
that definitely, like, you know, social networks definitely one of the tools that keeps me kind of intact with the culture in the.
Yeah, is it true that I heard you surfing now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I got into it recently. Like, I'm not good at all, but you know,
I can't picture you on a surfboard, man.
Bro, but yeah, it's fun, man. It's definitely like a stress relief kind of thing.
You ever get wiped out?
Picture this motherfucker on a surfboard.
Well, his face, but
not the body.
No,
Bro,
wait, you are surfing.
Yeah.
Did you get wiped out yet?
Of course, bro.
Damn.
It's like, yo,
What do you mean? Like, he's conquered Mother Nature? Of course he's got wiped out, bro.
No, I mean, you
all
know,
the time, bro.
No,
all the time.
that's like equivalent to, like, you know, oh, you ride a motorcycle. Have you had that crash yet? You know what I mean? Like, have you had that?
I mean, the wipeout is like, that's every session, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. I've never surfed, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never done anything.
See,
Snowboard.
that's the thing, though, too.
nothing.
Like, I kind of looked at surfing as like, you know, it's gonna be easy and stuff.
Yeah.
I kinda looked down on it, and I went on it, bro. It's one of the hardest things
It's
ever.
majority all core right there.
And that too. And I was never afraid of the water until I started surfing, and I got wiped out.
Yeah.
Cause it's crazy, bro. Like, you just do like a 720 in the water.
True.
that's a scary thing about any. I mean, this is a metaphor for life. I don't want to go into all that.
Damn, Mr. Poet today.
No,
dude.
I knew you were gonna
because-
say something when it's
Nah,
when he
because
switches
shit just
stances.
gets. I mean, shit is traumatizing. You know what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
I used to skateboard and shit. I remember when I first broke my first bone and shit. Like, that shit traumatized me. I couldn't ollie the same ever since. You know
You used to have dreads too, yeah?
what?
You used to have dreads too.
That was a brief moment.
Was that a traumatizing?
Really?
No. I mean, I really didn't. It was like a very brief thing in high
yeah.
school.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I think like G2 went for it after.
I actually copied dumb.
I had pink ear at one point. I remember like when I was a freshman year, I was into like punk and pop punk and like
You had pink what? Pink hair?
pink hair.
Whoa.
I had short like bald hair and I had dyed it red like with Manic Panic from Hot Topic, and I showered like twice and it was pink.
Hey, that's what people are doing now.
They call me like Asian.
Shout out to Soul the Wise.
Gwen
you know?
Stefani and shit. You know, 'cause
Hell
Gwen
yeah.
Stefani.
Asian Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, because at the time she had like bright pink hair
Right,
and
I
shit.
remember. I
And
remember.
yeah, it's a pastime. I don't even have pictures. Okay, I mean, that's tight. So you're working on this project with Big Banana, one of our producer friends out here.
Shout out Big B.
Yeah.
Is he producing majority of the stuff that you're working on?
Well, I mean, I started yesterday. I was in the studio with Sam Ock
Yeah.
2 days ago.
I shout out Sam Ock.
Shout out.
Sam Ock. I did one of my first YouTube songs and videos over 10 years ago. It's called Different Galaxies.
Yo,
Remember that song?
with Claire and all that?
Yeah, that was a classic.
Yo,
Wasn't
and,
Wax on that? Or
Nah, that was just me and Sam Ock. That was
okay,
Clara
okay.
wasn't on that.
oh, okay.
and it was pretty surprising because it was my first time meeting Sam Ock 2 days ago.
Oh wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I felt like I
Damn.
knew him for like 10 years because, you know, I've seen
So
the videos.
I'm the common denominator for all that. Sam Ock is-
Kind of, yeah, you are.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
nuts.
Anyways, yeah, so I had a studio session with Juno and Sam a couple days ago, and yesterday with Banana, second time. But yeah, I'm just like really just going with the flow. So, you know, Banana would ask me in the studio, like, yo, what kind of vibe you going for? I'm like, yo, I don't, like, that's up to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I-
I mean, Banana's very good at reading the,
Yeah.
you know, the aura right there.
For sure.
How do you think you would navigate when you get out here? Because this would be separate from your label, right?
Yeah.
So is that scary to you to know that now it's kind of starting differently? Because I mean, I think Juno's kind of has the same fear because he was in a Korean label. He just left it a couple months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
When
And
you leave a
now-
machine like that.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
now you're
Yeah.
trying to put out your own music videos on your own YouTube channel. There's no machine behind you no more.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I think that's part of like the growth period too. Like,
True.
you know, you wanna have your own, you wanna build your own path, and
Right.
you wanna experience all this, you know, behind the scene yourself too. And you know, I feel like it's just part of like Juno's, you know, growth experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
What
like
if you got to get a
little-
real job?
Huh?
You'll try to avoid that at all costs.
I'll go back to TBS.
Would you?
G2 Postmates.
yeah.
I mean, if I may, just a little Hyung, my Hyung card right
This
here.
is
right?
the Hyung's Corner
This is-
with Rick Lee. Let's
this
go.
is the Hyung thought.
Yeah.
This feeling that you have of like leaving the machine and feeling this inspiration and this second like engine starting in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a mixture of like there's like you want to prove to not only yourself but to the others. You know?
Yeah,
the
for sure.
naysayers.
Yeah.
And there's also gonna be like this fear and pressure, but I think all three of us, I know for a fact, we work the best under pressure. You know, we work with a little bit of that kind of like desperation.
Yep.
So my only tidbit is like wherever you do go, where it's LA with us or anywhere, it's just that inspiration is slowly gonna deplete. You know, so
Yeah.
while you have it and you have this like Nas,
Yeah.
just do as much as you can, which you have
Definitely,
been. You know,
yeah.
you've been in the studio till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have that, because when you like stack it up, then you look back and be like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you don't, time will go by faster than you think, and then it's be like, oh shoot, I don't have a machine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm speaking to myself. Honestly, that was for me. But
You know, I mean, without having like, you know, all the power behind you, I feel like that is one of the biggest inspiration.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It forces you to move, and it gives you this rush that you have to, you know, create
Yeah.
something, like you said before, that depletes.
yeah,
But
similar to me, like me leaving Virginia and coming out here. Like, I want to prove to everyone back home, to my parents, everyone, like, that is a huge motivational factor for me. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't ever want to be too comfortable in my career ever. You know, what I mean? Like,
100%.
you know, you always. I feel like it's important that you always have that, you know, that kinjang in your system.
But
that
the
keeps you
truth
going.
is, you get comfortable for a little bit, you feel a little bit of spirit of complacency.
Yeah.
That motivation could quickly invert and be like,
Definitely.
it could become an anchor.
Yeah,
and
I
be
went.
like,
I
oh.
went through all that. Like even during or even before I went on Show Me the Money and I
Right.
decided to go on Show Me the Money.
Right.
I knew this popularity is very temporary.
Right.
So like, I've seen, you know, all my friends from before my seasons, you know, just like, hit their peak and, you know, go down, but which is not bad. But yeah. So I've always had this worry in the back of my head and be like, yo, I gotta maintain this. I gotta
Longevity.
maintain this. Yeah.
Well, I
yeah.
think it's easy to peak in Korea if you just keep doing the same thing over and over
Right.
creatively. The
Yeah.
only way you expand out of the peak of Korea and expand into the global market is if you're starting to do weirder shit
Yeah,
that's
exactly,
gonna
yeah.
get into it.
Yeah.
And I feel like in Korea it's always like a hit or miss. And it's yeah.
For sure. I mean, because, you know, we were talking about this the other day with my boy Rec. It's like trends in Korea. It's like everyone jumps in it right away because everyone just hops on something, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But if it doesn't hit, then it's a
Yeah.
flop all the way through,
Yeah.
you know?
You gotta move on to the next one.
Exactly.
I also noticed. I mean, you've been dating a girl for a while out there, right?
Yeah. Whoa. That's like that's like what?
Oh, is that on blast? Okay.
Did we really have nothing else to talk about? It's like, hey, so you've been dating your girl for a while now.
No, I was gonna
That's
mention
cool.
something, you know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's alright. It's alright. We
Yeah,
don't have to
we'll
go
cut
into
that.
that.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm pretty open about my relationship.
Right. I
yeah.
mean, you've posted about
Yeah,
it, haven't you?
yeah.
Yeah. And I was just saying, it's like, because Korea has such a cute dating aesthetic with like girlfriend and boyfriend. You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah,
I
there's
mean?
fucking raccoon cafes, bro. Like, only in Korea can you go eat a Americano with a raccoon on your
I'm just
lap.
saying, it's so different from
Yo.
like the rapper
Oh, yeah.
aesthetic of having girls around you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, I'm not one of those rappers that, you know, I'm not scared to admit, you know, like the personal part about my
Yeah,
life.
you
'Cause
got-
I feel like rappers flex on Instagram, but you know, when they go home,
They got his and her towels.
yeah, exactly. They go home. I mean, you like, you know, we pick up the same, you know, dog shit. You know, we eat the same fucking kimchi. I mean, like,
Speak for yourself. I have a dog shit picker upper. So
damn, bro, you're a rapper.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
on salary, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
Damn.
Um,
Ooh,
That was
fancy.
the most romantic thing you could come up with, is we both pick up the same dog shit.
I mean, no, I mean, not dating wise. You know what I mean? I feel like rappers, like we
Right,
flex
right,
and we like
Oh,
we
we
act,
don't talk
we
about
act
the
hard,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we go home. Like a lot of Koreans, you know, they live with their parents still.
Yeah.
That's
even
true.
in their, even in their 30s.
That's
so
why-
you go home, be like, oh, much 왔어요. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's-
Korea, you know, the rap life is different.
yeah,
For sure.
You know, and people have criticized people was like, "Where's their struggle?" You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
your struggle is like you got SATs this weekend or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, to me, that'd be the most stressful thing. If I had SATs this weekend, oh my god, bro, I'd rather fucking
What'd y'all get on y'all's SATs?
Come on.
I never took that shit.
Oh, really?
I dropped
Really?
out of high school.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because of the SATs. I'm like, I don't want to take this. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, man.
Nah, I just dropped that because like I was a stoner who just missed a lot of class.
Yeah, I went to the SATs without a calculator. Tell me about it.
Oh, is that a big fuck up? Like you're supposed to take one?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're supposed to take like one of those TI calculators.
I never used.
Oh wait, TI has a calculator? No.
Tom, that was so
I'm
whack.
kidding. I'm sorry. All right.
I was kind of fine.
Yeah. Shout out Tip.
Shout out to.
Yeah. So wait. So you forgot to take a calculator.
Yeah, so I fucked up on the whole math section, and then I had to take it again because I knew I messed that up. So
Well,
I
you
didn't
can
see the
take
scores.
it again though.
Yeah, you just got to pay for it.
Right.
But
Did you take it when it was 2,300 or 1,600?
2,400.
2,400.
2,400. Yeah.
Damn.
So I got 1,600 is probably like average. It's like
1,600 is like perfect score in my old.
Oh yeah.
Not
In your old days.
In my day.
Right.
And then I think I got like a 1,500 or something. I was pretty embarrassed by it because I studied pretty hard.
Yeah.
Well, not I obviously.
Wait. So
not.
did you go to college or what?
Well, yeah, like I said before, I applied. I got accepted to all these art schools, but the scholarship wasn't, it wasn't good enough.
I mean, yeah, art school is expensive.
Yeah,
so.
bro,
So
it was like
went-
40,000 tuition.
Damn.
I was
So you
like,
went to rap school in Korea.
basically.
Yeah.
Now, I did a year of community college.
Swings his rap school.
Bro, chill.
I'm kidding.
UGP University.
Damn, Tom's like running out of things to say.
I'm
right
kidding.
now.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking-
Highlighters. School supplies.
Yeah,
highlighters.
yeah.
No, but I went a year I did a year in community college. I barely went. I just did that to show my dad like I'm still
Yo,
working.
can we take that stigma off that community college is like dumb? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I never said that.
Mad
Oh,
people
no.
go to community
Like,
college.
nobody said that. I said I
guess-
went to community college and I
think
didn't
I-
try as hard.
Well, here's the thing about community college is there's only stigma because it's an easy way for you to fool yourself. Like, I'm going to go there 2 years and then transfer to a university.
You know about that. You know about that too.
I did that.
Yeah, all right.
I went to community college and turned into a 7-year plan. I was like, why am I taking pottery? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just saying it turns into that because they always tell you that in high school. Like, why spend all this money when you can go to community college and then transfer?
Yeah,
It's easier.
and it's cheaper for your parents
Cheaper,
too.
it's easier.
And I had a lot. I met a lot of students like that, but you could tell they're very eager to do so, and I could tell they're gonna accomplish. And there's these other kids on this side, and the fuck ups, like just
It's
going
like
just to
high school
go.
again for
Yeah.
them.
I knew it was like gonna be way tougher just going to community college too because like my mom wanted to go back to community college. Like I want to take a couple of classes. 3 weeks later, she was over that shit. I was like,
yeah, exactly.
so
Exactly.
So yeah, so I did a year just to show my dad like I'm still working hard and stuff. And
Right.
I used to have like a part-time job at the mall. I used to work at a duty-free Dallas Fort Worth airport. That's pretty cool. It was a pretty cool, like a weird, interesting event in my life. And then in during that period, I was getting ready for I was low key trying to plan something like try to go to Korea or LA or whatever, and I was working on a mixtape during that time with UGP.
Just a mixtape.
Yeah, and after a year passed by, I told my dad like I didn't really have like the strongest relationship with my dad, so like I called him up and there was these McDonald's next to his office in K-Town, and I was like, yo, just order us 2 coffees. We sat down in the booth, and I told him, I was like, yo, I feel like there's nothing going for me here in Dallas. I'm depressed as shit and living here, and can you just like, I want to go to Korea and live with mom. Can you just support me with just like a one-way ticket?
Damn.
And he was like, yo, you know what? All right, you could do that.
That was like a double whammy question. It was like, can I rap? And can I go live with
Yeah,
mom?
exactly. Yeah,
It's like,
But then, like, I kind of broke. I mean, it was a short version. I broke
No,
it
no,
down,
of course,
during the whole conversation, and he understood, and that's what made me kind of.
Damn, Abuji, that was.
And then he put this pressure on my shoulders, like, yo, if you don't make it out, like if you don't see some sort of light, and within like a year or two, like
Come back,
go to school and whatnot. I was like, I got you, and so
you gotta chase your dreams while you have a shitty job.
So
working at a duty free.
Yeah, because it's gonna be harder when you have a real good at job. But
duty free was pretty okay. I had commission.
If you work at,
I mean, that's dope though, because now you can always go back to that job if it doesn't work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think they can hire me anymore. Okay. I went to DFW. I saw one of my old managers. She did not remember me at all.
I don't. If I ever have to go back to like a regular job, I want to work in the back the inventory,
For
you're
sure.
stuck. 'Cause I'm not trying to run into fans and feel shitty.
I'll do tell
Like-
them. I'll do tell them.
Like run into Dumb like at a Kogi spot and be like,
Uber driver.
yo,
Are you
Dumb.
dumb fan? I'm like, no, I'm G2.
I'm like an Uber driver. They're like, do you have a Knox? I'm like, yeah.
Yo, play what you got. Play me some shit. Yeah.
Nah, Rick is like, hey, you want to hear my new shit, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Yo, out of curiosity though, so okay, you talked to your dad at the McDonald's, drinking the coffee.
Yeah.
What were your logistic plans? Like, okay, I'm gonna go to, your mom's there and all that. You didn't know anybody,
Bro, I had nobody that I knew. So,
you
like,
just
I had
went all in.
I was just a cocky kid. I don't know for what though, because I gotta
Yeah,
be honest. I
had
sucked.
nothing to offer.
Yeah, honestly, like I wasn't, listening to my old shit. Like even back, I knew like I wasn't that good, but I always had this thought, this mentality. I was like, yo, 어떻게든 되겠지. Like it's gonna work out.
You know what? But also, here's the thing. With you're a likable dude, and I'll tell you right
Hell
now.
yeah.
But here's the thing about Korea. I know this too. I mean, maybe it's not just Korea, but
Yeah.
specifically Korea. Like they like to be around people they can tolerate too.
Oh, for sure.
You
Yeah.
know, like you
for
gotta
sure.
be comfortable with people, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of Korean celebrities that always come to K-Town and always have some like Korean hostess kid
Right.
who does absolutely nothing.
Definitely. I know exactly.
They
what you're
do
talking about.
absolutely
Yeah.
fucking
Sure.
nothing.
Oh my god.
But they're comfortable around them.
Right.
You
I
know?
do have like Korean friends that like I would say fob friends.
Yeah.
Like I would, for us, like we love just fucking socializing with like new people.
Yeah.
And I would have like some of my Korean friends would be like super shy.
Yeah.
They would always be in the back. I'm like, come on, bro. Like
Yeah.
now I feel bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
But
All right. Well, we pretty much covered everything.
yo,
Yo, G2, thank you for coming by. I love you, bro. Like a little brother for real, like a cousin,
thank
if you will.
appreciate it.
Let's go grab a beer or something, man.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah,
it.
and I hope I'm looking forward to that little project you're doing with Juno.
Thank you.
You guys are, like pretty
Yeah.
much my little bros out here.
I caught that 5 a.m. by the way. That shit was fire.
Oh
dude.
shit! Yeah, everybody check
Oh,
out
there's
that.
a new.
Check out the
This
new
is
video.
coming out tomorrow. So
It came out yesterday.
okay,
He's
so
one of
this
those fans, you know.
This podcast is coming out tomorrow.
Right.
Today it's out right now, and this music video just dropped.
Yeah.
5 a.m. in Seoul.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Juno Flow featuring G2, produced by Big Banana.
Yup.
Yo, good luck, man, with your life.
All right. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You too.
This is it.
All right, this
I'm
is
not
goodbye.
gonna see you again.
No,
So
it's gonna kill it.
tune in
This
next
is
week for
strictly
another
business.
episode of Fun with Dumb. Yee.
Thank you.